Hi, Ray.
Hi, Kim.
Okay, here we are a year later, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Take me back to the very beginning. Tell me what it was like when the Entertainment Collective was born. So if you were to sit here and reflect back, tell me about your moments about that day and just leading up to that day.
Leading up to that day, we was together several months as far as, debating every single day about every single topic. So when the Entertainment Collective was born, I think it was just really God's timing. These three guys came to me with the idea of the podcast, and we all creatives. We hold ourselves accountable. So I already knew once we actually came up with the idea that it was actually going to be fire as long as we was consistent as possible. So when the Entertainment Collective was born, it's kind of like when you have a kid and you know your kid's going to be very, very special. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how I felt at the beginning.
I love that. So how long did it take for y'all to go from the birth of the idea to actually putting in the work to make the action?
Almost immediately. With Bandy, he had to come up, so that was kind of our introduction into actually putting in the work, necessarily the groundwork. So we had cameras, we doing free photo shoots, free content for artists, and we almost did that immediately after the idea. So I would say about a week later.
Okay.
Now, when it led up to the podcast itself, maybe a couple of months, but we met up a lot leading up to those months to make, the first episode what it is.
Okay. So now that you are looking back at everything, what's been your most proudest moment, or at least the most memorable?
I would say the most memorable would be the live show that we did. And that would probably be the most proud as well, because it was great to see the support that we had outside of the guests that we had, to see our family and friends there, supporting us, giving us the utmost hype, respect, you name it. That was one of the most proudest moments because we was really talking about doing a live show on our own, and then it kind of just fell in our laps with the artists that we had as our guests. So
Y'all killed it.
I would say that was one of the most proudest moments because it was something that we always wanted to do, and then we just kind of forced our hand to do it, and we kind of executed it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
great.
saying? So
Yeah,
that would be it. And I would give like an honorable mention. Proudest moment would be like the very first episode. So the very first episode kind of catapulted us into a different lane, and we kind of winged it. So it was like we killed it and we winged it. We got a lot of local support, just from that first episode. So that was, I think, a turning point for us as a business.
You remember the first?
Yeah. So
I played it back and y'all like, nah, let's run the intros back.
yeah. So we had to start
y'all
the
came a long
intros.
way.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody was a little pretty shaky. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like we got better and better each episode, and we got closer and closer as a group each episode as well. So I think as long as we was consistent as possible, I think that helped us get to the point we're at now.
Most def. Okay, so with it being a whole year, you guys went from clearly renting out studio space to now you guys got your own space. So what was that pivotal turning point that took y'all from like, nah, we can do this ourselves. Let's make it happen.
The person that we was actually getting the podcast from, I don't want to say no names or anything, but sometimes when stuff don't go your way or people try to sabotage what you do, sometimes it's a blessing in disguise. So we always talked about getting our own space. I feel like that kind of sped up our timeline to get our own space, but for the most part, what the next person didn't do, we felt like we had to pivot to do what we had to do to keep it going. So long story short, I felt like our episodes that we were paying for were getting sabotaged certain different ways, from batteries to lenses to, audio issues. I know we had a guest, Jamon Brown, who was one of the best episodes. We couldn't even release because of audio issues that was out of our control. So just things like that. Feel like people trying to get over on us, you know what I'm saying, kind of forced our hand to get our own space. So we glad it happened. I'm glad it happened.
How was
for
that
the most
process
part.
though?
The process was kind of rigorous a little bit because we kind of didn't know like where we was going to get a space. We didn't have an idea. Well, we did have an idea as far as one spot at Melwood Art Center, but for the most part, I feel like we didn't have necessarily a direction. So one day we just came up here on a random Monday, I believe, just kind of walked the hallways of the facility that we're at now and actually, put our foot forward and made it happen. So we picked out a space, got the budget, kind of put our money where our mouth was and got the space. But our hand was forced for the most part, for the better.
That's what's up. It worked out.
Most definitely. Can't thank dude enough.
Okay, so how do you feel like the podcast and the entertainment collective as a whole has shaped you or changed you personally? And what do you feel like, I guess the way everybody brings their own individualism and then coming together with like so many other personalities?
Yeah, I feel like it's a power team, you know what I mean? Like I've tried the team setting before with closer and childhood friends, and it just didn't work out, you know what I'm saying? People had different egos, different agendas. So what I've learned with this group of fellas is as long as you stay consistent, you true to yourself, no egos, a lot of arguing back and forth, but we always come to a common goal. I feel like for the most part, these guys taught me what it is to really be a team. So just say like, if my opinion, doesn't work, what I'm saying? We have a little rule called the majority rule. So for the most part, I feel like all of us kind of complement each other in a way. So we all do media, what I'm saying? Bandy and Keith does media just like me. And I feel like Vic kind of keeps us on that straight line when it comes to kind of what needs to be done. So all of us really balance each other out for the most part. And as long as you got a group of guys that really love what you do, love what they're doing, and actually have a lot of love for each other, what I'm saying, the sky's the limit. So went from not knowing them really within a year to, I knew Vic obviously, but not knowing them to being with them every single day and, not just becoming business partners, but becoming a brother and having the brotherhood.
I love that. That was a great answer. So I was asked.
I'm a great interviewer.
I was asked to describe an adjective for all of y'all, and I described you as the heart and the keeper of the group because I feel like you always keep the chemistry going, and it's very grounding. So, yeah. Great answer.
Appreciate it.
That's it for me.
Keith is fucking weak in basketball. He don't want me. Nah, I'm playing Keith. He's all right. Vic's scared to play basketball. Vic's scared to play basketball. Bandy, he's just out of shape and he's scared to get tired. So, you know what I'm saying? That's just a basketball tip. But for the most part,
Is that how
man.
you really feel?
Yeah, that's how I really feel.
Okay.
Shit, they don't never come to no hoop sessions. You know what I'm saying? Nah, man, but I really do love these boys, man, and you know what I'm saying, these are my brothers now. It's kind of beyond the friendship at this point, so whatever we do, we're gonna do as a team, moving forward, and the sky's the limit. When y'all see us again around this time next year, it's gonna be double or triple what we have now, so you know what I'm saying, it is what it is, let's hoop.